Hello, Sassy Nari. Welcome to Little Fixes podcast. And thank you so much for joining me. This is your host, Matri. On this podcast, we talk about mental health, relationships, freedom, and personal growth. आज हम बात कर रहे हैं हीलिंग के बारे में. Healing by owning our stories, by owning who we truly are. So, we will talk about why even bother with healing? Are we ever completely healed? And how to heal and come into our power. It's a beautiful conversation where we talk about all aspects of healing, चाहे वो gratitude हो, forgiveness हो, love हो या surrender हो. And don't worry, कोई वू ज्ञान नहीं है. सब कुछ बहुत ही सिंपल तरीके से बताया है जो हम सबके लिए doable है. My guest is Dr. Saraah Chimthanawala. She is a homeopathy doctor and is into quantum energy medicine. She's also a counselor and a spiritual healer. Before getting into the episode, I'd also request you to please subscribe to Little Fixes on YouTube because we share doable action steps, practical things that change your life slowly but surely. Hi, Dr. Saraah. Welcome to Little Fixes.
Hello, and thank you so much for inviting me, Maitri.
I'm so glad that you are here and we are going to talk about healing today. Healing is something very broad. कई बार हमें चोट लग जाती है, इट इज़ फिजिकल हीलिंग. कभी कुछ इमोशनल वूंड होता है तो वो मेंटल हीलिंग में चला जाता है, इमोशनल हीलिंग में चला जाता है, एंड इट इज़ very vast as to what I understand. I was in fact recently reading a book that said there is no end to healing. क्योंकि हम लोगों को ये बताया जाता है ना, when you heal this will happen, when you heal your life will change and things like that. तो सबसे पहले हम यहीं से स्टार्ट करना चाहेंगे डॉक्टर सारा कि हीलिंग का आपके लिए क्या मतलब है अगर हम अपनी पर्सनल ग्रोथ की बात करें तो.
Thank you for this question, a very interesting question. And Maitri, basically क्या हो जाता है देखो, I started my journey as a homeopath. As a homeopath, healing for me was patients आए, उनकी बीमारियां दूर कर मुझे बताएं, मैं उनको मेडिसिन दूं और वहां से सारी चीजें खत्म हो जाती हैं. तो सिम्टम्स ठीक हो जाना यानी वो मेरे लिए हीलिंग था.
हम्म.
तो आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन अ काउंसलर. ऑल माई 40 years ऑफ होम्योपैथी मैंने हमेशा से काउंसलिंग को एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस दिया है. Because as a homeopath also we deal with the emotions a lot. तो मेरे लिए इमोशनल हीलिंग जो है, जो जड़ है सारी चीजों का, that is the most important form of healing. It's huge, it's vast, it's very deep. But because of your emotions getting imbalanced, creating emotional blockages is where all the imbalances begin, wherein you get your symptoms and even your life situations get affected. So, for me, a complete holistic healing for growth in life in all aspects, whether it's health, wealth, relations, whatever it is emotional healing through the mind, through the thoughts, and through the heart.
ओके. तो क्योंकि हम हीलिंग की बात कर रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब है कि कोई वुंड होगा, कोई कुछ तो होगा. तो वो कहाँ से आता है अगर इमोशनल हीलिंग की बात करें तो?
तो जैसे मैंने बताया, जैसे यू सेड फिजिकल, यू सेड वूंड.
हुँ.
वूंड तो फिजिकल भी होता है. उसके अंदर यू अप्लाई द डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशंस, आप दवाई लगा दो, आप थोड़ी सी इंटरनल मेडिसिन ले लो कि वो पक ना जाए, इट शुडंट गेट इन्फेक्टेड, and so you take medicine. So that is a healing of a wound. But there is another wound which we get right here in the heart.
हुँ.
And that's purely because of the emotions. Now, important fact over here is how sensitive I am, or how do I react to things which are told to me, which become sensitive and emotional wounds to me. So I can come to a level in my life where you can say what you want, but I don't let it affect me. That doesn't mean that I'm a person who is totally like a robot, an insensitive person who just doesn't get affected by anything. It is just that I have reached a stage where I understand बहुत छोटी सी बातें हैं ये बातों से मैं अपनी एनर्जी को नहीं बिगाड़ने वाली हूँ, जहाँ इमोशनल ब्लॉक्स क्रिएट होंगे और जहाँ मैं अपने हेल्थ और अपनी लाइफ को बिगाड़ दूँ। So
हम्म।
it all, again I repeat, begins through the emotional blockages. There's a whole huge system to this. There's a whole huge learning to this to be able
हम्म।
to understand true holistic healing. I'm just giving you a very short glimpse of it.
हाँ, तो जैसे अगर हम अपनी चाइल्डहुड की बात करें, तो जब भी हीलिंग की बात आती है, किसी भी मेंटल हेल्थ इशू की बात आती है, ज़्यादातर वो हम चाइल्डहुड से कनेक्ट करते हैं कि हमारी अपब्रिंगिंग ऐसी थी, फैमिली ऐसी थी, सोसाइटी ऐसी थी, उसकी वजह से ये प्रॉब्लम्स हैं। ओके। और ये भी होता है कि हर कोई उस एक ही सिचुएशन पे डिफरेंट तरीके से रिएक्ट करता है। लाइक आई
True.
रिएक्ट डिफरेंटली टू द सेम थिंग्स कंपेयर टू माई सिबलिंग्स, भले ही हम तीनों एक ही घर में रहे हैं, राइट?
Very true.
तो फिर जो हमारी हीलिंग का पाथ है वो भी अलग अलग होगा।
Of course. Of course. Very, very true. Now, understanding human personalities through all my 40 years of various studies I've done, various researches I've done, I have understood personalities.
हम्म।
Now, one could be a personality who is very sensitive, so reacts in a different way. One is a I don't care attitude. उसको वो सारी चीजें माँ बाप कितने भी डांटे वो बड़ा ढीठ। और एक जो
या।
भाई या बहन है उसे बहुत ज्यादा फील हो जाता है। तो जो हम चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमास बोलते हैं ना, दैट इज व्हाई वी ऑलवेज हैव सम इनर चाइल्ड हीलिंग,
या।
जहां आपकी रूट जो है, आपकी इलनेस की रूट या आपकी ब्लॉकेजेस की रूट कम्स राइट फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड। नाउ ट्रस्ट मी, इट कुड बी समथिंग वेरी सिली, वेरी
हम्म।
स्टूपिड। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक छोटा एग्जाम्पल हम अगर ले, जैसे मैं और मेरा छोटा भाई, ठीक है,
हम्म।
बर्थडे मेरा है, मैं बहुत ज्यादा सेंसिटिव हूँ, लेकिन भाई अगर मेरा छोटा है और बर्थडे की का है, वो बोला नहीं मुझे ही काटना है, वो जिद कर रहा है, वो सारी चीजें कर रहा है, तो माई पेरेंट्स माइंड से बेटा वो तुम्हारा छोटा भाई है ना, उसे काटने दो, बर्थडे तो तुम्हारी है लेकिन अगर वो काट लेगा तो तुम्हारी तो भाई है। एंड आई एम वेरी सेंसिटिव, आई फील बट बर्थडे तो मेरा है, यानी all the attention is always given to my younger brother just because I'm the older one. I always have to give in, and from there slowly the emotions start getting, you know, inside you, and in various ways they show up again. So, which is the reason I keep on telling my patients, if you truly, truly want to heal yourself, you have to learn how to release your emotions. Don't put them in your back drawer and say, okay, ठीक है, अभी तो जिंदगी बहुत अच्छी हो गई. And वैसे ही होता है. Ma'am, but my life is so beautiful now. Now nothing affects me.
या।
And when you go
दैट्स व्हाट आई वांटेड
deeper,
टू आस्क यू आल्सो कि हीलिंग की ज़रूरत ही क्या है? क्योंकि आपने भी बोला ना कि हमें लगता है कि हमारी लाइफ बिल्कुल ठीक तो चल रही है। जो भी सिचुएशन है हम हैंडल कर ले रहे हैं। हो सकता है परफेक्टली हैंडल नहीं कर रहे हो, पर कई बार हमें लगता है अरे इस पे कौन टाइम देगा, कौन एनर्जी लगाएगा? सब ठीक तो चल रहा है, भले ही सरफेस लेवल पे हमें लग रहा हो।
okay, you're right, absolutely right. तो जब कोई इंसान आता है एक डॉक्टर के पास, एक हीलर के पास, यानी कोई मुसीबत लेकर आता है, कोई डिजीज लेकर आता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही लेकर आता है, तो भले योर होल अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ योर लाइफ, एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ योर लाइफ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल फाइनेंशियली यू आर वेल सेटल्ड, यू आर नाउ ऑल थिंग्स गोइंग, बट यू हैव एन इलनेस,
हुँ,
सो यू आर नॉट परफेक्टली ऑल राइट,
हुँ,
देयर इज समथिंग विच हैज शोन अप एंड इट हैज टू बी एड्रेस्ड. So when I go on to the emotional aspect of it, they say now everything is fine. वो तो उस समय हुआ था. But now everything
हुँ,
is sorted. I've forgotten all about it also. You've forgotten all about it, but you've not addressed it. You've not released it. You've not cleansed yourself. So it's just under the carpet, will show up sometime. And it's already showing when you have a symptom. It may be the smallest of beginning. So we always say the people who come to us with symptoms and illnesses and diseases, the actual imbalances begun years before. The
हुँ,
seed may have been sown even in childhood. And then there was a period where everything was good. Then again, a small triggering factor, again, more separation, and that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Sarah, because you have worked with a lot of people as a healer, can you tell us a story? Like maybe someone came to you, something happened, and their life actually changed in some way.
Okay. So it's a very interesting case, like, okay, this lady came with a huge mental stress. And because of that, she had irritable bowel syndrome also. She had done everything possible, taken all medicines and gone to the gastroenterologist and all kind of places and all that. And then she came for homeopathy. That's unfortunate. All of us घूम घाम के homeopath के पास या healer के पास, and then they want quick fix.
Yeah.
You took so long. You're not blaming those doctors, but if a homeopathy takes from 1 month to 6 months, oh ma'am, you're taking so much of time. Anyway, to come to the story, so, first, of course, I was addressing IBS. As I said, I also address the emotions. So, I did my homeopathic prescription also is mainly based on the emotion also. I gave her the medicine. She was feeling a little better, so she was very happy. And then again, after 8 days, something happened and all that. And then I said, no, this needs to be addressed a little deeper. So then I went into this. I said, look, I need to know there must be certain things which has really hurt you and caused you a lot of pain, anger, hurt, which you've not been able to get. No, ma'am, nothing has happened. I mean, ours is a love marriage and everything. I said, fine. She wouldn't want to reveal it. But anyway, after a little bit of coaxing, making her understand, look, if you want to really clear it, you've got to do. She opened up because she had a lot of mental stress. She had a lot of fear. Then she opened up, she's saying, I've got a lot of fear in me. That's what I carry inside me. So there's a kind of churning in my abdomen, churning in the abdomen. All those things do then cause the IBS. To make it a shorter story, coming to the fact, her husband's very close friend. When you have this couples meeting and there's all fun, joy, laughter, and all that, and somebody just passes a remark to you, but you take it seriously, being the
Mm-hmm.
kind of lady she was. So a little discomfort started growing within her with that friend. And he was a very close friend of her husband. And then it started piling up, like every time he would come, he would be. And you know what we say, Maitri, is the emotions you hold, the energy you create, the energy of fear, the energy of discomfort in through you to someone will attract that part of that person. And that's what began to happen with her. So it went to a level where, in about a couple of years, that chap started calling her.
Mm-hmm.
See, there was nothing between them. But he would just kind of blackmail her. Okay, I'm going to tell your husband I'm having an affair with you. And that ring would come and she would be in fears. And that all, just kept on getting bottled. And she went on, something which she was not able to digest was happening. So it went into the digestive tract. There was real. I asked her, I said, is there any relationship? She's saying, ma'am, no. He actually tells me also, there is nothing, but I'm going to do this for you. See, it was not that ridiculous thing of that man. It was what she created out of that whole relationship. It took a lot of effort, lot of this. And she had come to us, but she's saying, I just want to leave everything and go off. I can't even bear to stay in the house. But I love my husband so much. I said, speak to him. No, I can't speak to him. He'll never understand this thing, which is because he's a very good friend. Anyway, coming back to it, it took me a long time. I started the whole homeopathic prescription with bach flower medicines because that works purely on the emotions. And I started giving her releasing. I first started making her write down things. I gave her affirmations. I gave her a beautiful visualization session. And only once that was clear did the whole process stop. And actually, I think it was 6 months approximately. Yeah, it was about 6 months. And I asked her because she was coming to me regularly. She then became very, very, actually, she started coming regularly. She wanted to do something to make things work because she started seeing the difference, small differences. She feeling more comfortable when that phone came and she could speak a little more loudly to him. And gradually the phone calls did stop completely, and she felt comfortable. IBS तो वैसे ही गायब हो गया,
Mm.
बस IBS symptom ही नहीं था. It was created because of that fear and unable to digest that this man can do something like that to me. So I always tell people, it's not somebody who is hurting you. It's how you're taking that emotion, creating your aura, your energy, and then attracting more of it. So let's
Mm.
cut these things, nip it in the bud. Sorry. I always tell people that's the reason every 15 days, every week, you must go into an emotional release or cord cutting, as I say.
Okay. Then how do we do this emotional release? I was about to ask you something else, but now because you have said, I want to understand.
Emotional releases, first and foremost, at times, if it's something very, very, very sensitive, very serious, very deep, I do request my patient and client, would you like to go into karmic cord cutting?
Mm-hmm.
Karmas are another very, very important factor for things to happen in your life, for you to attract those kind of people who are causing that which you think in this lifetime that person is bad, but that person has come to teach you a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe your mother-in-law, maybe your husband, maybe your child, maybe your friend, or whosoever it is, there's always a karmic connection for you to learn a lesson, and the lesson which you chose before you took birth. We come with a blueprint and we forget, we like we say, हम गजनी बन जाते हैं, सब भूल जाते हैं. तो हम हमारा पर्पस और हमारा पूरा जो the reason to be born and what to do, how to release, what to release, we've forgotten. So here I do request, I make a recording, a karmic cord cutting recording session for my clients, which I do waking up at about 3:30, because it always has to be done in that space where I have to connect to the divine. I have to get what you require. I don't have to give you what I want to give you. So connecting you to the divine, asking for that, and all that happens. That's one way of. And these karmic cord cutting sessions, Maitri, I always tell people, initially do it from 3 weeks to 3 months every day. Every day. And you'll be surprised there are people who have told me, man, someone from my childhood came in my memory. That means you have to cut a cord with that person. उसकी भी अभी इमोशन कुछ ना कुछ तुम्हारे में है. So it's been beautiful kind of learnings from the people who have done this cord cutting session, have healed a few illnesses also because of that. Especially illnesses, regarding your asthma and all those things have cleared very beautifully. So that is one way of really, really clearing your emotions. And then karmic cord cutting sessions, after you've started feeling good, things have started changing, there has been a shift in your life. I even now every 15 days do it. Because you do meet somebody or the other who's hurt you. यार कट कर लो कॉर्ड. Because वो emotions मेरे को चाहिए ही नहीं मेरी life में. Because वो emotion, once it starts getting double tap, I'm starting attracting more of it. So that's
Hmm.
my request to my client. If I'm giving you this recording, it's a lifetime recording. Initially, you do it to heal yourself, your whole emotions, but then continue doing it. Another way I also work on is on the chakras.
Mm-hmm.
I take into account the different chakras, the site of chakras, and from there, I'm able to give the mantra, the visualization session, the affirmations, going into the depth where you have, with whom you have, and then clear the emotion. And the best way to clear emotion is with gratitude, forgiveness, and love. That's absolutely the best way where you can heal anything and everything. There's a way, there's a technique how you do it, but it's the most amazing technique. It
Mm-hmm.
heals every wound.
Okay. So, do you think journaling also helps if we want to start working on our emotions by ourselves?
So, journaling helps a lot. Reason is, see, a lot of my things will not come to my mind together at once, what I have to release. So when I start making a journal, and moment you start writing things on paper, your subconscious starts giving you more and more. So
Mm.
my way of putting people into journaling where emotions are concerned to be healed is, I say take your time. Take 1 day, take a week, take 10 days, take a month. I will not question how much it is. So for example, it is against you. All right. So I start, okay, this is what you're telling me, and this is what I felt, and day one I write this day. And I allow myself the space. What else? And there, when you want to do emotional release and journaling for that, you could always command your subconscious before you start writing. I choose to remember and recall everything regarding XYZ person who has caused me the pain, blah, blah, blah. I want to write it down now. I want it to pour out now. And that's also one of the things I did with that lady. I made her write
Mm.
down. And she had written and written and written so much, I couldn't go through it because it was quite a thick pad that she came to me. I said, forget it. Let's not go through it. You just burn it. So that is one reason very important for journaling, where you pour out all your emotions, burn it, please. Okay, maybe you can go through it once just to feel that, oh, this is it. And trust me, you feel, how crazy was I to keep this in my mind? Because the more you're pouring out, you're emptying yourself, you're getting lighter, and then you feel so ridiculous that was. So you got to
Mm.
clear that. And a new journal that starts with a new hope, a new chapter, all things positive, your goals, blah, 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 everything which you want to now create as a dream in your life. What
Mm.
we call the vision board and the journal together with it, that's how it all helps.
Mm. Okay. I really like this idea. And when I think about healing, Sarah, think of it as radical acceptance, like accepting ourselves as we are. It is very difficult. Like for me to accept myself, the first thought is इतना तो कुछ खास नहीं किया है, लाइक ऑल द नेगेटिव थॉट्स अबाउट माई सेल्फ कि नहीं ये चीज़ नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे बाहर नहीं जा सकते, या कोई चीज़ सोशल मीडिया पे डालनी नहीं, ये ऐसे नहीं डालना चाहिए, अगर कोई प्रोजेक्ट पकड़ना है आई थिंक आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ, लाइक देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ नेगेटिव थॉट्स. तो आई वॉज रीडिंग दिस बुक कॉल्ड द माउंटेन इज यू. उसमें ऑथर ने भी यही बोला है कि हीलिंग तब आती है जब आप अपने आप को जैसे आपको वैसे एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हो, और मुझे भी लगा कि हाँ ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट है. तो डॉक्टर सारा, डू यू थिंक देयर इज सच अ थिंग एज कंप्लीटली हील्ड?
No. The reason is because we are every day growing, we are every day changing, we are every day having emotions. When you talked about unable to accept ourselves as we are, I always feel there's a lack of gratitude in you.
Hmm.
Always remember one thing, Maitri, however you are, whatever you are a divine creation of the divine force, the divine godly force, whatever name you want to create it. We are also a wee bit from that divine light and divine source. So when you really start believing in that I am a divine creation from the divine source, so I have to be beautiful. And as I said earlier, the emotions, the thoughts which are repeated from within you, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and say, "Yeah, I think my nose could have been better, my eyes could have been this way and this." See, पहले तो gratitude तो रखो. तुमको
Yeah.
इस जहां में तुमने चॉइस लिया था, लेकिन तुम हो तो वो खूबसूरत चीज ना. मैं उस अल्लाह की मालिक की बंदी हूँ. मैं उस क्रिएटेड वो क्रिएशन सोर्स की एक पार्ट हूँ. तो मैं अच्छी हूँ. There was once in a seminar, when I was saying I, they said, "My, don't you, ma'am, you're talking too much of I, so that's ego." I said, absolutely. But in spite of that, I will say, yes, I am something beautiful. Thank you, God. My I is always converted to you in gratitude. So when I say I say it with pride because I convert it to gratitude, so there's no ego. So there's a difference between ego and pride. Keep that pride because you do know you've surrendered to the divine source from where you come. What becomes of us, the negative stuff and all, is our thoughts and our creations. We are beautiful. जब पैदा होता है बच्चा, हर बच्चा कितना खूबसूरत रहता है. But when we grow up ना, हमने अपनी पूरी ऐसी की तैसी कर ली है. And it's our thoughts. Why would you think I am not good at? And I always tell people, never compare yourself with anyone. Just aim in life. If this is me, my ceiling to reach, I just have to work towards reaching here, my best. Uski baad, then I only go above. That means I'm going above my best. So why should I say, wow, Maitri takes such beautiful podcasts, ये वगैरह. मैं कैसे, ये, this is you, this is your purpose, or this is your strength, or whatever. I have something within me which I can give the world, the genius within me, the spark within me, the light within me. So let me illuminate from within to give the light out. So when you're talking about complete healing, we are all evolving. Every day your thoughts and emotions are affecting you. So even when anyone comes to me and tells me that can we get completely healed, I say, look, the very beautiful rhythm of life which he has shown us through this and this, the EEG and ECG both go up and down, right? When the EEG brain graph goes straight line, you are brain dead. When the ECG heart graphs goes straight line, you are dead.
Mhm. Mhm.
In this way, he has shown us that life is up and down.
Mhm.
So at a point of time, you'll feel absolutely beautiful, energetic, and all that. But then, एक karmic तुम्हारा जो challenge तुमने चुना था वो आया. उसे तुमको, you have to overcome that. So in a process, even when our chakras, we are talking about where emotions are blocked. If I've healed my heart chakra, कोई ना कोई तो यहाँ वहां से आकर मुझे थोड़ा hurt करता है. So, if you want to talk about healing, it is a continuous process.
Mhm.
It's not a complete healing. जो हम क्योर बोलते हैं. You may be cured of your cold, your cough, but it can come back again.
Mhm.
So, emotional healing, a holistic healing, is a continuous process because you
Mhm.
keep thinking, you keep feeling, you keep living. You can't stop this. So, yes, but believe me, when you've gone through the journey, when you've learned the tools, when you start living the tools, it becomes very easy to come out of it. So, you're
Mhm.
not left in that. That's the time when things don't affect you so much, not that deeply. Even if they've affected you, you come out of it. You come out of it faster.
Mhm.
So, when anyone comes to me, I always tell them, look, I don't want you to sign a life contract with me. It's your thoughts, your emotions, your karmic journey is what you're living. I will try to give you all the tools which you have to make a choice to learn, to implement, to start living where you are your own master. So, when you become a master of yourself, understanding what thoughts are creating, how you should let go of certain people, let go with forgiveness, be in gratitude, be in love, unconditional love, especially love for yourself. This is the first temple. So, when you start living all those things, it's a beautiful process of healing yourself daily and being able to cope with anything that comes in your life and heal it
Mhm.
faster.
Mhm. Okay. So, Dr. Sarah, then the first step to healing is gratitude, is it?
I love that. Gratitude is a vibration which kind of takes you to another shit. And if nothing else, believe me, gives you a lot of strength. It really gives you a lot of strength when you are into a process of gratitude. I would recommend gratitude as a daily practice when you wake up and when you sleep. I have a huge gratitude session in the morning.
Mhm.
Beginning, I mean, I'm literally putting out my hands to the universe and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you
Uh,
for all the opportunities, possibilities, etc., etc. Then, touch every part of your body and say thank you. It's these hands which held my babies. Shouldn't I say thank you? The
mm,
eyes which is looking at you, the mouth with who I'm speaking. So be in gratitude of your whole body. Be in gratitude of all the people who've touched your lives, who have given you some kind of positive and negative experiences. Because negative experiences, you've learned a lesson. So there has to be a
mm.
gratitude for everything and everyone. So, for example, it's this podcast. I've got to be in gratitude today that you are allowing me the space to share my views. So, thank you.
Thank you for being here. I see when we started talking, I knew that we are going to talk about healing. पर जब हम हीलिंग की बात करते जा रहे हैं तो मुझे लग रहा है कि हाँ अब इसमें ग्रैटिट्यूड भी आ गया एंड नाउ व्हेन आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट इट मुझे लग रहा है कि इसमें माइंडफुलनेस का भी बहुत बड़ा रोल है तो हम चीज़ें जानते हैं पर उनको भूल जाते हैं दे गो इन द बैक ऑफ आवर हेड एंड व्हेन आई एम स्पीकिंग विद यू ऑल ऑफ इट इज़ लाइक कि हाँ ये चीज़ मुझे पता थी ये मुझे करनी चाहिए ये चीज़ मुझे नहीं पता थी, ये मैंने आज सीखी है। तो आई ऑल्सो फील वेरी ग्रेटफुल व्हेन आई टॉक टू यू। तो डॉक्टर सारा, आपने हमें इतनी सारी चीज़ें बताई हीलिंग से रिलेटेड और अगर आप इस कॉन्वर्सेशन को समराइज़ करना चाहो कि व्हाट शुड वन टेक अवे फ्रॉम दिस टॉक हीलिंग के बारे में, ग्रैटिट्यूड के बारे में, माइंडफुलनेस के बारे में, तो आप क्या कहोगे?
So, the only thing I would request everyone is to make it a practice. See, nothing happens overnight, neither your illnesses, neither your situations. As I said, first, let's begin with understand the fact that you came with a blueprint to learn lessons and you have to complete those lessons. If you don't learn those lessons, come back again. And those lessons are not something which is going to give you a lottery or something. Lessons are a little harsh. Something which you have done bad, you've got to correct. So that period of thing will come in your life where you have to go through that challenge. Okay? So understanding now that is spirituality. I always talk about spirituality very scientific. It's not some kind of ashram or babagiri or something जहाँ हम chanting चालू करें वगैरह वो सारी चीजें religion में आती है. Religion is important to bind you, to ground you, but spirituality being the essence of religion, you've got to live it. And to me, it's gratitude, forgiveness, love, surrender, and faith. और कुछ भी नहीं है. So when you start living it, you are well grounded in your religion, whichever it is. So, having understood your karma, when you understand now as grown ups, when we do understand that this is the way life is, I said up and down, right? So, in that process, we have very clearly, and I'm talking about scientific provings of how gratitude, the word thank you, changes the molecular structure of water. If this glass of water is there, if I just write thank you on this, hold it, or even if I'm just saying thank you and I love you, thank you, and then drink it, it's going to have a different effect. Make gratitude a part of your life. Let things be, let things go, evolve. Don't hold on to grudges. I always ask people, कि 8 दिन का बासी खाना खाओगे क्या? नहीं मैम, कैसे खाएंगे? उससे तो आपको ये तकलीफ होंगी, वो तकलीफ होंगी. I said, absolutely right. वो आपको अगर
हुँ,
बदहज़मी हो जाएँगी, कोई गैस्ट्रिक प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा, आप मेडिसिन ले लो या आप इवन एक दिन एक टाइम भूखे रह जाओगे, you'll be fine.
हुँ,
Why hold on वो बासी सोच? 10 साल पहले मुझे मैत्री ने ये बोला था. Having understood that this is all about energy, quantum energy
हुँ,
medicine, which is the buzzing word today,
हुँ,
talks about you being nothing but energy. The physical body is just minimalistic. You are 99.9999999 energy. And that gets affected because of your thoughts, which are continuous in process and which are strongly felt. That Greg Braden has proven.
mhm,
Okay? So, and where do those emotions get blocked? Which we understand through your chakras. So ये सब चीज related है. Everything is correlated. Thoughts, emotions, holding on grudges, they get stuck in your chakras. Gastric chakra, the solar plexus gets affected. So you start getting liver, stomach, digestion, blah, blah, blah. Your Vishuddhi, not able to speak up, not able to tell anyone anything. Suppression hua, thyroid, laryngitis, pharyngitis. In the heart, it's your lungs, your breast, your heart, and so on and so forth. So when you go into gratitude of understanding that जो तुम्हारे पास है उसके लिए तो be in gratitude, and gratitude is a vibration which starts changing things. Why forgiveness? Forgiveness, when I'm forgiving you, I'm not forgiving you for any benefit to you. I'm
Hmm.
forgiving you, so I'm releasing that negative energy which I'm holding on as a grudge with you. Since I'm cutting that, I have released myself of that energy. I am better now, equipped with more positivity and one less of my negative energy going off. So,
Hmm.
forgiveness, love is the most beautiful energy. When you're vibrating on love, that's the only thing you attract.
Yes.
So let there be compassion, let there be love, let there be gratitude, let there be forgiveness. Like Louise Hay has taught us that our पूरे body को, especially where you've got your, say, whatever illness. When I take the cancer patients, I have a regular session with online session with cancer patients.
Hmm.
So wherever the cancer is there, I give them a visualization. Like it is, suppose it is heart related. So I would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. So when we are cutting cord with people, it's vitally important to say that to yourself, because this beautiful temple that you're holding, you messed up. Better say sorry to your body. If you ask me, if you remain in this, and when you're talking about mindfulness, mindfulness क्या है? See, वैसे देखे जाओ, तो when we're talking about meditation, we want to be zero thought. So not mindful.
Hmm.
Don't fill
Hmm.
your mind.
Yes, true, true.
So I would rather say more than mindfulness, conscious awareness. You should
Okay.
be consciously aware of what choice you make to be able to then make an agenda and follow it. Learn the tools of this gratitude, forgiveness, love, which then will help you into manifestation, then law of attraction, and everything that is buzzing around in the universe all over is when things will start implementing.
Hmm.
Again, I always say it comes back to your karma. So, if in my karma there are certain things which I have made a choice and I've come with, while I'm doing all these things, implementing these tools, living these tools, understanding it with conscious awareness, making it a practice, irrespective of what karma challenge comes in my life, I'm still smiling. Okay, I'll go through this. So, for
Hmm.
example, if it's a relationship issue with you, right? So you've come up being really mean and blah 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 and all that. Normal human relationship. I'm not going to talk bad about. Hey, you know what Maitri is? She's so rude. She's so this. She's so this. Ab. If you understand spirituality and your karmic journey, I will understand this lady out here, Maitri, is the one who's helping me to clear my one karmic baggage of relationship with Jayosh, and she has been the chosen one. Now
Hmm.
tell me, what's my reaction going to be? Is it going to be anger? Is it going to be hate? Is it going to be blah blah? Or should I go into gratitude? 360-degree turn of emotion. You're instead of cribbing about you, talking bad about you, I go into gratitude. Thank you, Maitri. You are the one who has helped me release the karmic baggage of relationship.
Hmm.
So gratitude plays a very important part. Forgiveness plays a very, and all this is only purely benefiting you. When you
बट इस
start,
लेवल पे पहुँचने के लिए बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी। इट्स नॉट लाइक कि
देखो देखो
आज
देखो
तुमने
देखो देखो,
किया एंड यू आर देयर।
मेहनत तुम बोलोगे मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, डिफिकल्ट है, तथास्तु. यूनिवर्स सिर्फ तथास्तु बोलते जाता है, तुम जो सोचो तथास्तु बच्चे।
हाँ,
तो कौन सी चीज के लिए मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती है? वेन यू
हम्म,
ओपन अ शॉप यू गोना से नहीं 4 दिन में शटर बंद करने वाले हो, मेरे पास पैसे आ जाएंगे, होता है क्या? नहीं
हम्म,
होता। तो मेहनत तो फॉर एवरीथिंग यू नीड,
हम्म,
it's proper practice because it takes at least 21 days to start bringing that change, a habit change.
हम्म,
And then how deeply your emotion is embedded, it may take for a little longer time. Anybody who tells me, ma'am, how long will it take? I can't say because it's up to you, individual. I'll keep guiding you. I'll keep guiding you. When you're falling again, I'll try to lift you up. But the choice has to be from you with conscious awareness.
hmm.
I'll only be your guide till you become the master. Then say, bye, Maitri. I know you can deal with it. Let's make some more masters.
Yeah, and that's so beautiful, Sarah. It was really enlightening speaking with you, enriching speaking with you, and I'm really thankful to you that you chose to be on Little Fixes podcast. And Sarah, before I let you go, please tell us how can my listeners, my viewers, connect with you?
Okay. 40 years in Nagpur and now in Bangalore, a city of opportunities, possibilities. And I think it's my karmic divine call that I'm over here in Bangalore. So, yes, you can get connected to me in Bangalore if you are in Bangalore. I live in the south of Bangalore. I have my center, the World of Quantum Energy Medicine, which is at Dickinson Road. So we can, of course, catch up over there. Otherwise, simple, just give me a call on 9422122260. I repeat, 9422122260. And it is an vision, passion, mission, drive of my life to bring a little difference in everybody's life if they choose this path of becoming a master, starting to understand their lives, going within yourself, befriend yourself before you make friends outside. Say, I love you to yourself, forgive yourself. I'm there to help you, guide you, so that we all become beautiful beings. We all give our love, gratitude to this Mother Earth and make this heaven on earth for us. So, yes, you can always meet me at my center. It's one of the things which we are really working on to make you understand actual science behind everything we are doing it. We give reports pre and post. So if you put into meditation, we'll give you an HRV report before and after. And you for yourself see the difference in one 20-minute session. See, when we are doing pranic, Reiki, or visualization, whatever we have been doing, right? We've got the feedbacks and testimonies of people saying, yes, I've done very well and feeling very good. And all that. It's been years when I'm hearing that from my clients. But today, when people need logic, and when like that's what the allopaths do, no? They give you a report pre and post. So when I'm giving you a report, a health report, pre and post, now that's validation. And that's what we are doing in the world of quantum energy medicine. We are trying to create this awareness. We have started courses from March end where you can become a quantum energy medicine therapist. You'll get the certificate from the US Yoga University. We will guide you, help you to set up your own centers and create the magic of good health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually in this world.
Wow, that's so great, Dr. Sarah. It was really nice speaking with you. Thank you for being on Little Fixes, giving us your time and sharing your insights with us.
Thank you so much for having with me. These little fixes that you have named it, little fixes go a long way to make a huge difference. And I hope it makes a difference. Thank you so much and love to all my listeners.